Why Intrastat with SAP S/4HANA? SAP S/4HANA provides a faster and more efficient process for entering all relevant Intrastat data. The key benefits are management of Intrastat declarations, receipts and dispatches in one central location, seamless integration of sales and purchasing processes, automatic data entry for Intrastat declaration forms, efficient data entry for all relevant information, faster and more accurate reporting for the cross-border movements of goods. Process in a nutshell. Creation of provider of information with Manage Providers of Information app. A provider of information is a representative of the organization responsible for submitting the Intrastat declaration to the competent authorities. Commodity code maintenance, master data, with international trade classification apps. Automatic data selection with dispatches and customer returns, and receipts and returns to supplier apps. An application job runs in the background to automatically identify business transactions conducted for the provider of information during the declaration period. Data verification and file generation with Manage Intrastat Declarations app. Manage Providers of Information. The provider of information is a master data in S/4HANA that represents the company responsible for declaring Intrastat report to the relevant authorities and the relevant plants, for which the Intrastat report is to be generated. Some of the important settings under provider of information are exchange rate type, declaration file format, plants, and delivering plants in intercompany sales. Commodity code maintenance. Commodity code is a numeric code, also known as Customs Tariff Code, or CN8, which stands for Combined Nomenclature at 8-digit level, used to classify goods. In the first step, we maintain commodity codes in Manage Commodity Codes app. Secondly, we assign commodity code to a product with Classify Products app. It is also possible to change classification with Reclassify Products app. Select dispatches and customer returns. This app enables triggering of a background job for data selection based on the provider of information. Step 1. Template selection. Step 2. Scheduling options. Step 3. Parameters selection. Based on the provider of information containing the assignment of relevant company codes and plants, system will fetch all relevant dispatches and customer returns based on the specified period. For example, I provide month 6, which means that all relevant transactions for dispatches and customer returns created in June will be selected. Step 4. Schedule. Because I chose the scheduling option Start Immediately, the job is already finished and I can inspect the log information. Select Receipts and Returns to Supplier. This app enables triggering of a background job for data selection based on the provider of information. Step 1. Template selection. Step 2. Scheduling options. Step 3. Parameters section. Based on the provider of information containing the assignment of relevant company codes and plants, system will fetch all relevant receipts and returns based on the specified period. For example, I provide month 6, which means that all relevant transactions for dispatches and customer returns created in June will be selected. Step 4. Schedule. Because I chose the scheduling option Start Immediately, the job is already finished, and I can inspect the log information. Manage Intrastat declarations. This is the only application in S/4HANA providing an overview of all Intrastat reports in progress or released for submission. There are different functionalities available within this report. For example, reviewing the transactions for reporting, completeness check for the required data, releasing the report, and generating the file required for submission. Based on provider of information, system has selected transaction items relevant for country of declaration. The correct checkbox indicates which aggregated items are complete and which require further attention. In this case, one of the items for June is missing the correct checkmark. To verify missing data on item level, double-click one of the aggregated items. In this view, every line item has its own correctness indicator. Thanks to this, every incorrect item can be easily inspected. To inspect an item, double-click on the line. The detailed view provides a check result containing an error message indicating the source of the error. In this example, the country of origin is missing. To correct an error in the item details, simply provide the correct value and save the changes. This view also provides the ability to check the reference document by clicking the Display Document button. Dispatches credit memo appears in a separate line as a negative value. The program creates an Intrastat record for each relevant billing item. This also applies to credit memos, debit memos, and cancellations that constitute correction documents of original billing documents, since they have an effect on the values and quantities reported to Intrastat. The Intrastat record for a correction document item contains the information about the corrected document. The first document is a credit memo. The second document is an invoice to which the credit memo is referring to. Arrivals credit memo. The program evaluates the relevant entries in the order history of a purchase order item. This includes goods movements, invoice receipts, credit memos, subsequent debits, subsequent records, and the corresponding cancellations. All records in the order history, from the start up to and including the specified declaration period, are evaluated during processing and assignment. As a result, all relevant corrections arising from credit memos and so on are already taken into account when an Intrastat record is created. Credit and debit memos created in a following month to the original sales invoice are populated in the Correction Items tab in the month of the credit or debit memo. Returns to customer appear on the receipt side with the business transaction type 21 in the same month and year which was provided on the selection screen of the app Select Dispatches and Customer Returns. Returns to vendor appear on the dispatch side with the business transaction type 21 in the same month and year which was provided on the selected screen of the app Select Receipts and Returns to Supplier. Once all the data is corrected, the overview screen correctness check will be set and the Intrastat report can be released. After releasing the report, a file can be generated. In case of Germany, as the country of declaration, the XML file is created as per the settings mentioned in the provider of information master data. We can display all classified products with Display Classified Products app.